So how much different is it really driving a Class A diesel pusher versus our fifth wheel?
And how much different does it feel inside the Class A versus inside our truck?
I'm feeling a change coming. Right here, I'm feeling a change. I'm feeling a change all around me. No doubt, I'm feeling a change. I'm feeling a change running down me.
Some of you might not know that we originally thought we were going to get a Class A diesel when we first started looking into RV living.
Yeah, in fact, our first whole set of spreadsheets for our first 6 months was all Class A's because we thought for sure that's what we were going to do.
But most importantly, we had to bring our motorcycle. So we needed a beefy Class A to make that happen.
Yeah, we were looking at tag axles and they're getting way up there in price, and we could either wait a year and save up more money, or we could look at other options. And once we started looking at toy haulers, we were like, holy cow, this should have been plan A all along.
So much more space in there, so we were thrilled with our choice. But the sad part was, this guy never got to drive a Class A. And he
I really wanted
to.
to. I was looking forward to
I
it.
know.
Some of our assumptions about a Class A versus a fifth wheel are,
Well, he wants me to get up and make sandwiches.
I want a sandwich.
You need a woman on a long trip in the car. You need them. Because they always have food hidden away and they can keep you alive.
But we really thought how convenient that I could get up and use the restroom or get up and...
Fresh coffee.
Right. Also, we wouldn't have to get out of the truck if we needed to pull over and go to the restroom. We can just pull over and go.
Or you could just go while I'm driving.
Right.
Or you could hold the wheel and I could run to the back.
I also like the I also like the idea of possibly being able to rest while we're traveling, because travel days are tough for me, so I'm thinking maybe I could lounge on the sofa or in the bed. Now these are all assumptions, so I'm not sure.
No idea.
I know.
Another thing that we were considering was the fact that your daily driver could be a lot smaller, because you can have a tow vehicle like a Jeep or something, and that's much easier to get around versus the dually.
Right, the dually can be a little bit challenging sometimes to find a parking spot. We've been pretty lucky, but it's a challenge.
The other thing too was the ride. We know most of your nicer Class A diesel pushers have air ride and air suspension, and the truck does not.
No.
A huge improvement with the More Ride. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it.
Yeah. But I think the biggest thing that we were looking forward to, or he was looking forward to, as far as having a Class A, was driving that beast.
Yeah, just sitting up high.
And
with other people.
he hasn't had the chance to do it until now.
We talked to our friends, who you might know.
You probably do.
Boom.
We have Phil and Stacy from, whoa, excuse me. Stacy and Phil of You, Me, and the RV. If you don't know who they are, you can check them out, youtube.com/You, Me, and the RV, right?
Got it.
Okay.
Also, they're going to be doing a co-video where they're driving our rig, and they've never driven a fifth wheel before.
And lastly, we're all going to jump in each other's rigs and do a drive down the road and loop back around so we can get a feel for what it feels like driving down the highway in each other's rig.
And a roundabout.
We're all safe from COVID. They self-quarantined for a couple of weeks before we got together, and we took a COVID test and also self-quarantined for a few days prior.
So you might recognize the parking lot that we're in if you saw our How to Tow This Beast Towing a Fifth Wheel video. If you want to see that, we'll have a link for that below. If you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing. Also, please click that like button down there. That helps tell YouTube you might want to watch us.
They're way cool.
We can vouch for them. They're pretty cool.
We think they're pretty cool too.
We'll also have a link for Phil and Stacy's video below if you'd like to check that out, and also subscribe to their channel. So maneuver number one for both of us, I think, is going to be, we're going to use these cones right here. I think I'm pointing to them. We got cones set up in a very wide lane. It's almost like a double lane.
Are you going to just, are you using it for backing in, or are you using
I think we'll use this for the turning, and then we'll make it a little narrower for back in.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Excited?
Right.
All right, let me get.
You nervous, Phil?
Nope, not at all. I love sitting on this side.
So which one is it? This one?
That's the one right there.
Is this the brake?
Yep. That's it.
Kids have fun.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
This comes down, right?
It does. So that small step pedal on the left.
Mhm.
Yeah, push down and then pull it to you.
Oh,
That's it?
Yeah, that's good like that.
Okay.
Seatbelt.
Your rear camera stays
Uh-huh.
on all the time. If you put your left blinker on right now, it goes to your left side.
Oh, nice.
Right blinker, right side. So that's
cool.
helpful when turning.
That's cool. And just wide turns. And
Yep, and just know your tires are right here. With,
Like right
here.
underneath, right? Yeah.
here. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's kind of different. You're out in front.
Yeah, you're out in front of your tires.
Yeah. For the record, I've driven a bus before. One of the, don't you hate that?
I know.
Ka-chink, ka-chink.
So,
Just
Now-
brake and then gear and go, huh?
so put brake on, off to
Oh,
the
is this
left.
parking brake here?
That's the brake. So you'll push it when we get going. So, and then push
Push it
it,
down?
and then hit D over there on the push it harder. There you
oh,
go.
I see. Push it hard.
D. Make sure it goes 6-1.
6-1.
There you go. And we're ready. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. So you just let off the gas. Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. I like it already. That's the
Yeah, there's the brake. There's your air
brake
brakes.
brake check.
Yep.
I'll wait for this guy.
So, never driving one of these, what's your expectation?
That it'll be smooth. Oh, this is so different. Yeah. This is-
Feel the rock?
Yeah.
Like you're on a boat sometimes.
And then bring it around. How sharp does this turn? Oh, that turns really sharp.
She turns really, really nice.
Wow, that's all the way over. That is sweet. So we'll get lined up and do our right-hand turn here.
Dad, there's a car coming up on your left.
Got it.
Thank you.
You're good. Yep.
I'm so used to looking over here from my mirror.
Keep. Yep. And then we do the same thing.
Back
Come in
on.
and back
Yeah.
her in.
I can't wait to try it and
On
see
the-
how it
yeah.
rides out on the.
Well, go ahead and just give it the gas right now.
It's so different because the engine's way back
Yeah, you
there. It's
can't even
nice
hear
and
it.
quiet. That's one thing that's probably different traveling is the quietness up
Yeah,
here.
you can hold a normal conversation without yelling. The only
Yeah.
thing Stacy doesn't like is that she's offset from me, so she's sitting behind me.
I'm gonna turn in here.
I mean, it's just like driving your big old beast.
Yeah, giant bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, anything special I want to do here?
Nope, you get closer to where you're going to turn. You come just past where you're going to back into, put it in reverse, and then just start turning the wheel.
All right,
So
so now I
hit-
hit R.
Yep, put it in R.
It says R1.
Yep. And
Oh yeah, you can feel it. Wants to go right away. So this is pretty simple. I just turn it like a car.
Yeah, just like a car. In your side mirror, just watch your,
Oh, I'm getting a little tight.
and you
a
can
little
see in
tight.
your camera where you're at too. Your rear camera.
Oh yeah. I can see my cone there.
So normally this
And
is
my
where
wheels are just passing the cone,
Yep.
so I can cut it on over.
this is where Stacy comes in as a spotter, telling me when to turn it, when to crank it, and put it on in. And then straighten it back out. You should be able to see in this mirror where we are.
I can see Stacy. I don't want to kill
Yeah,
her.
that's good. So right there, good.
Nice. That's smooth. That's
So then-
fun. That's fun. I feel like I'm flying a plane, like a
Yeah.
big 747 or something.
Put it in N. Pull your air brake. Pull it out. Let up off the brake. And you're parked.
That's sweet.
Was it what you thought it would be, or?
It was cooler than I thought. I mean, I knew it'd be cool. It was really. It feels like I'm just in command of a jetliner.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in your cockpit. You've got your cameras,
Yeah,
controls. Everything's within reach.
that's very cool. I like that.
What do you think?
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a blast. It was really like I thought it was gonna be.
Stacy, I think both of our guys rocked it. Yeah.
So we are now gonna get on the road.
Right, we're gonna take each other's rigs, we're gonna pile in, and we're gonna take them down the road and back so we can feel what it's like to ride in there, and they can feel like what it's like to ride in the bouncy truck.
Yep. We're not driving each other's RVs on the highway because it's a pretty busy highway and we're going to do a roundabout. But
Exciting though.
what do you think back there so far?
I mean, if I could just hang out like this while we're traveling, that's amazing.
The only problem is it does get pretty hot or cold back here. There's not a thermostat. Although we have turned on the generator for AC.
Yeah.
So if necessary, we can always do
Because
that.
all the conditioned air stays up there.
Yes.
This has more of a mushy feel,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term.
How do you like it up there, Chad?
It's pretty smooth.
What we-
Is that beeping just letting you know you have a turn signal on?
Yep.
That's cool. You definitely can turn a lot sooner, not having to worry about that trailer back there.
Yeah.
All right, Chad, how's it feel? What are the differences?
There's more rocking than I anticipated.
Uh-huh.
But it's
Air
not
suspension.
bumpy.
But it's definitely smoother riding.
What about the noise level? Is there a difference? Louder in the truck or
Well, I can't hear it up there. So, I mean, the truck is kind of loud.
Yeah, I think the truck's louder.
Yeah. Because
There's
you
more
got the.
creaky noises here, like we would hear inside the RV, just because of the frame and the RV itself.
Well, you guys, your engine's in the back, right?
Yes.
So our diesel's
That's
up
true.
front.
We hear our engine
Right.
noise
Mhm.
right up front. When I drove it, that was one of the things I noticed. Okay, you push the gas, and it's like, okay, you don't hear the engine rev up like you do in the truck. So that was a very fun experiment.
That was a fun experiment.
Yeah, I've always wondered what it was like to drive. It was pretty much everything I thought it was going to be.
It was pretty much what I thought it was going to be too, as far as the ride laying on the couch. All right, final thoughts on driving the Class A versus driving the fifth wheel.
Driving wise, I think I really like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nice. I'm used to our truck, but I've always thought about sitting up there big, looking down.
Yeah.
You sit up pretty high in the truck too, but and I think it's a little smoother ride with the airbags for sure.
For me, I did enjoy the fact that I could lay down on the couch and rest, and
Yeah.
it was a smoother ride. You still moved around quite a bit.
Yeah,
It
I was
wasn't quite
surprised.
as jarring, and now
So it's
our
kind of like
ride.
a boat.
Yeah, our ride isn't as jarring now that we have the new suspension. I don't know if all that being said, if that would be enough to make us not have a fifth wheel though, because
Yeah.
we love our fifth wheel and we love the space that we get in the fifth wheel. So I think, in my opinion, it's really just a matter of priorities for the individual.
Yeah, I know they make Class A toy haulers, but all of them are gas. We definitely don't want a gas truck or a gas RV.
That we know of.
Yeah, full timing especially, and going through the mountains east and west. Diesel just can't be beat for the torque.
And with our momentum, the amount of space that we get with the
Yeah.
toy hauler, and we have our garage space that turns into an office. And
That's
for
gonna be
us,
hard to give up.
I don't know if we can move out of having that office space. I mean, I'm spoiled.
Yeah, we're spoiled for the space. And if you've toured RVs, you know when you walk into a fifth wheel, there's just ginormous ceilings in there. Whereas in a Class A, you're going up over storage. People ask us all the time, how do we pick the right RV? You just got to go look at them and see what's going to fit you, because there are pros and cons to every style, every kind.
Yeah. I do think it takes us a little bit longer to set up to travel, and when we get to our destination to set up. But a lot of that has to do with turning the garage into the office.
Yeah.
So, for us, having that office is priority. Having the extra living space is really important to us. And so I don't think that would be enough to get us out of our Grand Design momentum and into a Class A.
Yeah, we would need a 70-foot one, I think.
If I could design my own.
And
Yes.
double deck, maybe like a go-go gadget where the second floor pops up. And
Maybe about 25 feet wide. I don't know,
it was very interesting though, trying it out, seeing how it goes, and it was kind of what
It was awesome that our friends were here with us so we could swap rigs, try it out, see what it was like for the first time, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Phil and Stacy. Go check out their channel, You, Me, and the RV.
Link below.
Link below for sure. They are hilarious and fun.
Be sure to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.
And subscribe to their channel as well.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
What do you want to say?
Oh, what do you want to say?
What do you want to say?
Clean the set.
When YouTubers film YouTubers filming.
Don't tell my secrets.
Phil's gonna tow this beast. I was pointing at you. That wasn't right.
I'm not the beast.
Well, no,
He's gonna tow this beast.
This beast has been with me for almost 30 years. So
No.
I'm talking about that beast.
No.
I think they're leaving in that car there.
Not COVID.
Let's wait till that hot rod truck. That's freaky.
Okay.
Also Chewbacca-ish too. No, that's terrible. That's
don't know.
terrible. What is that?
I don't know.
She's gonna wait for her to get set up. Yeah,
Oh, brakes were good.
yeah, yeah. A little too good. They'll stop.
On left or right? On this side or this side?
Beside Chad.
Oh, okay.
And you can spread out a little bit.
Like
Just
this?
like, yeah.
No, not man spray.
I should say,
No man
put
spray.
it back together.